All right, and so in this process, I mean, you're all at different phases of the process, from haven't taken any yet to have taken half of them approximately to just recently all done. Tell me about, like, what kind of support did you find? Did you find support from your office, for example? Was there, how did you sort of make this process happen? Greg, let's just keep going with you for a minute.
Sure. The main takeaway for that point is don't be an island. And by that I mean don't separate yourself and try to be innovative in the way you study. Ask people, because someone has gone through the same process as you. They could shed some light. If they don't have the resources available to you, they could certainly lead you to the path of that. I know in my office, we're in a transition process, so I reached out to my principal. He told me, see what's out there, come back to me, and we'll go from there. So I kind of approached it from a new path. And then, of course, reach out to old colleagues from school. They're going through the same process, so they may be able to provide some PDFs that they've scanned or this and that, and different resources that they've done. So don't be an island is like that main thing for me.
Yeah. Cool. Laura, you want to add a little?
Thing. Every architect is going to be extremely sympathetic to the fact that you're going to start testing. Trust me, they'll have flashbacks. They'll know exactly what they went through. They can tell you war stories. So again, ask for help. You'll be very surprised just how generous the local resources around you are. My office, there was about a dozen of us testing, and so we approached our principal, Tom Kerwin, and he brought an instructor in for us to teach us one weekend for structures, because that was a terrifying exam. I've also tapped into reach out to your friends, because you will need emotional support through these. And then also, as a young architect, you have quite a bit of resources at your fingertips. So if you're a recent graduate, you can apply for free membership at your local AIA chapter, and they have free resources that you can borrow, as well as you can start forming communities. I know in Chicago, through Young Architects Forum, little study groups started happening through networking and through meetups.
Yeah, sort of both official type study groups, but also just the unofficial, like you start going to events like this, you start running into other people who are doing similar things, you're borrowing materials from each other, and then you can sort of informally start a study group just from something like that as well. It's like, it's smart to be open to those as possibilities. Sarah, do you have anything else to add?
Yeah, I'd echo that. It's great to be at a firm that supports you. Gensler does a great job of that, but it is all about asking and getting yourself out there to get the support you need.
Right.
Yeah, one thing I would say to that is, for a lot of folks, they may not be in a firm that is being very supportive, but that probably means, kind of as Laura was saying, it probably means they just haven't thought about it yet. They haven't been asked to. And if you actually go forward and say, "Hey, look, I'm in this moment. I need some help," they're likely to be very supportive of the idea. Maybe financially, maybe not. Maybe with materials. Maybe with something. Maybe with just making sure that you get experience to go out onto the job sites or go into the meetings. Like, they might go out of their way to kind of give you a wider range of experience. But you should absolutely be asking for that kind of support.
That's what I was going to sort of mention. I'll also say that if you haven't started taking the exams yet, and you're not quite sure when, you're not quite sure what resources there are, one of the keys is actually to start talking about it and start talking to your colleagues and letting them know, yeah, I'm getting ready to take these exams, or I'm thinking about taking these exams. I'm serious about getting my license. It's amazing as soon as you speak up, as Mike is saying, and as many of our colleagues here are saying, as soon as you speak up, man, as Bob has said to me before, the universe comes and sort of envelops you and to support you. So make sure you sort of speak up, I guess, is kind of the key there.
Yeah, absolutely. And then anybody, did you get any support, or did you go back to your schools at all, anything like that? Like, was there any process during that was important for you? Laura?
Well, my instance was very unique because I was the third graduating class from a newly accredited program. So when I would go online to the NCARB score reports to see the pass rates and fail rates, the numbers were so small that I knew exactly which colleague took it and passed or failed. So that was really interesting, and that was a very unique experience. But because we were so new, there wasn't really anything set up yet.
There wasn't really any support yet, yeah.
Which created this scenario where we really had to lean on each other as peers. So we reached out to our graduating class and, are you doing this? Are you taking that?
Interesting.
I went to the University of Nebraska, and when I look back, I think that they did a really great job preparing me, but I might not have been as aware of it while they were doing it. I know that sounds crazy, but we had a great site planning class, and it was, as I studied for site planning, I was like, oh, they taught me literally all of this. And so if anyone's out there listening is in school, like, take advantage of that. Take advantage of the courses you're taking. Take them seriously, because if you're planning on taking the test, the material will come up.
That's good advice.
Yeah.
Go ahead.
Yeah, no, I would say the same thing. I mean, I know at UW-Milwaukee we had a great associate to the dean who, anytime we had a question for anything, she had so many resources at your fingertips. So literally, if you're in school and you're listening to this, tap into those people that are your go-to for knowledge bases, and you'll be surprised what you find out.